All right. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. And as you can see, we're trying to bring a little bit of holiday cheer and entertaining ourselves and hopefully bring some smiles to your faces too. But we wanted to spend some time with you talking about ways to manage stress and wellness over the holidays and share with you some ways that we've found using essential oils as well as essential oil products. I am Linnell Shaddles, and I'm a doTERRA wellness advocate. And Hillary Maglu is with us as well, who is also a doTERRA wellness advocate. And we come from very different backgrounds. As most of you know, I'm not your typical health and wellness guru. I come from a corporate HR executive background. And in the last few years have been really focusing on improving my health and wellness for myself and as well as the family. And in doing so, came across doTERRA to support my health and my family's, and really have just loved everything about the products and how it has helped me and helped my mood, which is a big thing that we wanted to talk about this evening. So I will let Hillary introduce herself.
Hi, everybody. I'm Hillary Maglu, and as you can see on the screen, I'm an integrative nutrition coach. I work with women on health and wellness and lifestyle changes, so everything from health and healing to with food, relationships, your body, all the kind of the full spectrum. And I use essential oils in my practice with women. I really wanted it to be a way to alleviate suffering, help people sort of bridge gaps in their own health story, and using oils in so many different ways to promote physical and emotional health and wellness and well-being. And so I've had tons of success. I've used essential oils for a long, long time, about probably 20 years. And not until I discovered doTERRA oils did I really, really see the huge benefit and the just amazing results that you can have with essential oils. I kind of just thought they were great for aroma, maybe for cleaning, making cleaning stuff. So I'm really blown away by doTERRA oils. And as I hope, be able to see as Linnell and I chat during the webinar, just both really passionate about using them and letting people know how to use them and supporting the people that come into our universe using oils. Do you want me to jump in?
Go ahead and try, please.
Holiday cheers happening.
Hey, real quick, out of curiosity, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yay!
Perfect.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so we're going to first go through kind of the Essential Oils 101, just to give you some background of what they are before we dive into finding ways to use them for managing your stress and wellness over the holidays. So first and foremost, what they are is they are pure plant extract. So they're going to come from the flowers, from the stems, from the roots, from the rind of a citrus fruit, and what they really are is the nature's defense mechanism for fighting off bacteria for those plants. So it just really helps to take care of the plant, and so that's why we're able to use this and get the benefits out of them as well. So they're aromatic, volatile plant compounds. As far as how do we get them, the ones that are the plant derived they're steam distilled, and that goes through a process where that oil is actually released from the plant. And also then if we use citrus oils, those come from the cold press. So that's going to come from the rind of the fruit. So that's where it distills, and it depends on what the plant is, how long it takes. So for instance, peppermint is a pretty quick steam distill versus ylang ylang is going to take, I think, 48 hours if I remember correctly. So either 24 or 48. It's quite a bit longer than peppermint is within hours. The potency is amazing. So I tell people peppermint is 50 to 70 times more potent than the herbal counterpart. So for instance, if you had 28 cups of tea, that would equal just one drop of peppermint oil. So it's really, really intense. And that's why it just a little goes a long way with it. As we've said, I mean, they're awesome. We've seen the power of them and using them for our health. And supporting for our family, cleaning, cooking, and different people. I think this is Hillary's say that they're hippie woo woo magic, and they're not just hippie woo woo magic. They actually have a great therapeutic benefit that comes out of them, which is something that's different with doTERRA versus other essential oils. So when you're using essential oils, it's going to be able to address the problem versus masking the symptoms. You're going to be able to hit it from internal as well as external, and be able to really impact the health system with that. They are pennies per drop. A lot of times people want to say, how expensive are they? What does it cost for a bottle? And again, remember how potent they were when we were just talking about. So a little is going to go a long way. So each of these 15 milliliter bottles is going to have 250 drops in them, and it just takes a little bit to have an impact. You won't see the side effects that you might have from a traditional medicine with them if you're using them properly. So there's definitely a scale of not enough, and then there's the kind of sweet spot, and then there's too much. So there's definitely using them properly so that you're getting the impact that you're desiring out of them.
And I just really quick want to just reiterate what we said in the beginning, that when people come into our world with essential oils and getting ready to use essential oils, we don't just kind of fling you, send you off with little bottles and be like, all right, they smell great, have fun. What we really, really work together with our teams and people that are our customers and things like that to share resources and education. And really, I probably have 10 texts on my phone right now asking about different ways to use the oils. And so we really want to educate you and empower you to have education on how to use them.
Something I meant to mention at the beginning, and if you guys will just take a second, reflect and write down maybe 3 feelings that you have of going into the holidays. I think that a lot of different emotions come up for us as we go through the holidays and in preparing for the holidays. So, jot those down, think about how you're feeling, how you want to feel. And my challenge is for us to find ways to support you with essential oils to take care of what your concerns are. And so kind of jot down as we go through the presentation, see if you can find some oils that you think would be beneficial for helping you to get to the desired state. And if you can't, then those are going to be great questions for us at the end so that we can help to clarify that for you. So as we mentioned earlier, doTERRA essential oils aren't the same as every other oil. So for instance, if you go to Mom's or if you go to Harris Teeter or Whole Foods, any of those, every place, I think that you go to anymore definitely has essential oils, but they're all not made the same. So a big difference with doTERRA essential oils is they are harvested in their natural habitat. So that means that we are out all over the world, quite literally, harvesting these from crops that are in their indigenous land. So the proper climate, the proper soil. And so we're 40 different countries globally, 23 of which are developing countries. We're out there making a difference and, working with these farmers that didn't have, this kind of industry and income in the past. So we have actually set the bar way, way higher than anybody else because we've set ourselves, to this standard, the certified pure therapeutic grade, so that is the natural purity that we hold ourselves to. So this slide here is a little bit blurry, but you can see that the biggest chunk there is synthetic. Then you have the green is food grade, and then this thin slice is therapeutic grade. And the even thinner, the orange is certified pure therapeutic grade, and that's what doTERRA is. Each batch goes through multiple levels of testing, third-party testing to certify that purity. So it's not just us saying that, yes, they're great, but there's somebody outside of our company that is doing those tests for us as well, just to prove to you that they are pure. We are not going to put something out there on the market that is not up to standards. I mean, even in fact, we have a couple of different oils that we all love that are not available to us right now because the crop wasn't as good and large as what they would have desired, so they pulled that. So, I mean, that shows you that how serious we are with it, that we're not going to just put something out there just to have it out there. So, people wonder, how do they work? Why do they work? The effectiveness of essential oils really lies in that they are able to impact you on the cellular level to protect the cells. So they're able to cross that cell membrane and to help take care of what's going on in there versus your Western medicines are going to be able to just go around that outside of that cell and not be able to penetrate it. So when you go to a doctor and they say, well, you just have a virus, there's not a lot we can do with this. That's the difference with the essential oils and how they can be effective to help you, because we're able to penetrate that cell membrane and to fight against the threats with the nutrients that the essential oils bring to you. There are three ways that you could generally use those. The first is aromatic. That's breathing it in either through a diffuser, which I've got just a little diffuser here on my desk, which you can see here. That is just doing a cool mist for me that's just going to enter the air. And another way that I like to do it too is for aromatic. I just have this little one here, which is one of my favorites right now. And Hillary reminded me of this one, Motivate. And so,
I have Cheer.
And so I'll put that on my wrists and be able to breathe it in. I was feeling a bit tired there earlier, thinking I needed a nap and I didn't get it. And so this is one that has really kind of opened me back up and hopefully made me not too punchy for this webinar.
Hats on.
The hats had to go.
That wasn't planned either. We just threw them on at the last second.
The other way is topical. So you can put it on the source, excuse me, of where you're trying to treat something. So for instance, if you have, a bellyache and you want to deal with some digestive issues, you can put some Digestin right on the stomach. You can also put any of these oils on the bottom of your feet, which is something that people maybe have heard in the past of use Vicks and put it on your feet, and maybe on your chest and your back, but nobody really knew why you would put it on your feet. You just thought it was an old wives' tale, and so you just went with it. But the reason is because you have the largest pores on your feet, and when you put the oils there, they're going to be able to enter the bloodstream within 30 seconds. So it's really quick to have an impact on your body. Another way we like to use them a lot of times, like you saw, we put them on our hands, but if you put them up around your neck or around your face, that's going to help you too, because you're going to be able to breathe that in. So it's kind of topical and aromatic, both. And the third way is internal. This is the big, big difference with doTERRA versus other oils too. So if you have other oils laying around the house, I challenge you either now or later to take a look at those and see if it doesn't say for external use, not for internal use, do not ingest, anything like that, because that's going to be a flag and a big differentiator between doTERRA and other oils. Because ours are, again, certified pure therapeutic grade. Which means there's nothing else in there. There's no chemicals, there's no fillers, there's nothing else trying to mimic what is actually true and pure. So that's why it's safe for us just to take them internally and use that benefit for therapeutic benefit inside our bodies. You can either put them straight underneath the tongue, and it's going to enter the bloodstream very quickly there, or you can actually take them in like a veggie cap, and so that you can just ingest those. Some of them I don't love the flavor of very well, so it's a better way for me to be able to ingest and get the benefits. Okay, so, people say, well, what can they do? It's kind of more what can't they do? I think a lot of people think essential oils, sure, they smell good, like we've talked about, and they do. They smell fabulous, a lot of them, but there's so much more to them than that. And so what we really wanted to do tonight was we wanted to spend time on oils that we felt would really help you with managing holiday stress and wellness, and kind of support you when maybe we're all so busy when we forget to take care of ourselves, whether it's taking care of family or kids or dogs or, other family members outside of our house, or our coworkers or whoever it is, that we are all stretching ourselves so thin, but remembering to take care of us, because we can't do any of this if we're not feeling well and if our minds aren't feeling well. Okay, now this is the Vanna White kind of portion of my program where I get to show you the oils. Digestin is one that it's going to have ginger and fennel. It's going to be great for whether you've just overeaten, whether you are kind of gassy, bloated, motion sickness, nausea. Overall, it really, really helps to take you to a better place when your stomach is not feeling so well. My oldest daughter just used this the other day. I still don't know what was really going on, but she said her belly hurt. So we took this Digestin and we did a couple drops right underneath her tongue. And we also kind of hit it with this one, which is a new product, and it comes with a roller ball. So you can just take this and just roll it straight on the source. So, I told her, I said, take this, put it where your belly hurts. It's safe for our kids to use. It's already diluted with fractionated coconut oil, so it's good for sensitive skin. So this is a great way to kind of a double whammy to hit. So that was what we did for not feeling so well. Okay, frankincense. This is one, and you saw the sneak preview if you're on the beginning of, there's a special going on with frankincense this month. It definitely is kind of the king of oils, and it's fitting that there's a special here in December for it. The frankincense is one that I'm almost empty, if you could see that. I'm so thrilled that there's a special this month. It's great for immunity. It's great for inflammation. It's super great for relaxing and just balancing the mood. It's such a nice, different fragrance for you. So it's super good, and it's super good for your body too. I use this one a lot for scars, for fading of scars. So again, this one comes in the oil, straight oil, but it also comes in this new one, this doTERRA Touch. So you can go on the source. So this is one that I like to use just kind of a drop or two underneath my tongue in the morning. And then I also will use this over my heart just for overall wellness. It's, a protocol that our chief medical officer, Dr. David Hill, has really recommended. It's just a great way to use frankincense. And there's just so many ways that I couldn't even get into. I don't know if Hillary has any favorite ways.
Well, we're going to talk about the Lifelong Vitality, and the frankincense is in there. So that's a great way to get it in. I think it's also a really great, this is kind of a time of year across traditions where a lot of people are kind of reconnecting with their faith or their spirituality. And I think this is a great oil in that regard too. It's amazing in the diffuser. It's great with like a touch of citrus. So I really love like frankincense with like lemon or wild orange in a diffuser. And it just kind of, this is a little bit of hippie woo-woo magic, but it kind of just elevates the space and creates that sensation of like being able to connect, to put it, I don't know, in vague kind of.
Okay. And another great one this time of year and any time of year too is Aroma Touch. So if you're kind of feeling stressed out, this is what's called the Massage Blend. This is one that's going to be super great for just muscle aches and pains, overall supportive. It's great to drop into the bath. A lot of these are great just for soothing and taking you to a better place. If you have the time to take the bath and to relax, it'll just really help with your stress level a lot, and just to help to get you to a better place.
One thing I want to mention about baths, if you do use the oils in a bath, which everyone should, whether it's even a foot bath, sometimes that's all we can manage. What you want to do with the oils is use about a half a cup or a cup of Epsom salts, and the Epsom salts has tons of health benefits on their own right, magnesium, and really supporting our system, getting that magnesium into the system. And so take the Epsom salts and put a couple drops of essential oil into the Epsom salts and sort of massage it in to the salts, and then pour the salts into the bath or into the foot bath. And what that does is help the essential oils be dispersed throughout the water instead of like having little blobs of oil floating around the top of the water.
Okay.
Do you want to go to the next slide?
Yeah, quick one on my vetiver. This is one of my favorites. It's a great one. I use it with my sleep blend, so I'll use vetiver along with lavender and also maybe a wild orange or balance. And so I will use that combination. I'll do them on my pulse points on the back, the top of my neck, right below the hairline, and on the bottom of my feet. But I also diffuse them in the diffuser, so that way it's helping me as well as my husband to kind of get that benefit for slowing down and relaxing.
Yeah, totally.
On Guard is one that's just it's not necessarily just holiday centric, but it's actually all the year round. but we think a lot of time about boosting our immunity at the fall, the winter, when there's a lot more cold and germs and flu kind of floating around the air, and we feel like that's when we get run down. So this is one that's it's super great for the immunity. So again, this one, what I like to do is I like to use this just in the diffuser. It's super great because it's going to have that cool mist, and everybody that comes through that space is going to be able to benefit from that. But I like to take a drop or two of this and just put it on the bottoms of my feet in the morning, just for overall wellness and to start off the day that way. Again, we have this one in the doTERRA Touch, so it is a roll-on. So these ones especially, this is just a new product line that came out in September, and these are really well received with all ages, but especially I feel like ones that are just busy and on the go and say, you know what, I want this already diluted. I want to be able to let my kids use it, and it's safe and easy that way so that they can pick it up and put it on and have the benefit from it. So there's a whole line of On Guard products, from toothpaste to cleaning concentrate to laundry, beadlets, the gel caps that I take. So my kids take the gel caps. I don't think I have them here, but they're just the beadlets in the morning. So they'll just take those with their vitamins. So again, we're just getting that pop of immunity. With On Guard, you've got clove in there is the biggest product that is just awesome for antioxidants. This has a higher antioxidant level, cloves do, than anything else you can imagine. I know you've probably heard about blueberries and carrots and what else am I forgetting? Pomegranate that have high antioxidant levels. Clove blows them all away. So the fact that is in here helps you understand how this can be so healing and so protective for your body. All right. So lavender is one that I think that if you ask anybody about essential oils, what do they know about them? Lavender is probably one of the biggest ones that they've heard of. And this one is actually coming straight from France, which you might expect because that is the place where it is grown, most heavily. It's just, you smell it and it calms you down. It helps you to reduce your blood pressure. It's calming for your mood, but it's also really calming for your skin. So I had a bee sting here a couple weeks ago, which is odd for November, but I did. And so I used the lavender and some melaleuca, the tea tree oil, to take and just to put on that source. And it really calmed that inflammation that was caused by the stinger. So it's just super great that way. Again, like I said earlier, this is one that I love for sleep. My girls love it for sleep. If you ask them, this is probably their favorite to diffuse at night. So we put that in there. And again, this one comes in the rollerball as well, which is so great. And so my kids can just take and just do their wrists, do the back of their neck, do the bottom of their feet. And just, it relaxes them to get to that sleep. A balance is one that we're running kind of as a little promotion just at the end of this month or throughout this month too. So this one is one that I keep telling everybody, it is the grounding blend. This is the one that kind of just, when you're escalating and you're maybe not at a good place, this really, it grounds you. And the reason I think it grounds you too is because, it might sound hokey, but there's spruce, there's nature, there's the trees. It's that kind of, just kind of puts you in a better place. So my 2-year-old, going through the terrible two, is almost 3, and I use this a lot. In fact, I have it kind of in a blend with lavender and balance in my pocket in a roller blend that I usually just kind of carry because we need it throughout the day.
You never know.
In fact, the other day, my daughter just came to me and she said, "Mommy, I need balance." And I'm like, wow. So, put it on her and just, helped her to get to a better place. It's super relaxing. One other one that I think is one of my favorites too is Intune. So this has a blend of different oils in here too. I know there's patchouli and there's frankincense and ylang ylang. So this one comes in the rollerball. And what I like to do with this one is, I have limited time to work. I'm working from home with my business and taking care of my kids. So I have a limited time. So I'll take and put this on. And this really kind of puts me in a good place to be able to focus and to make the most of my time. When you're feeling maybe that mid-afternoon slump where you're like, oh, can I make it through the rest of the day? This is one that I just kind of leave on my desk and, it's right there when I need it and can apply it.
One thing about why this is great, and it kind of circles back to frankincense as well, because there's, there's frankincense in there.
Yeah, frankincense is in there.
Just had like a brain lapse for a second. I should probably go get my Intune. So frankincense is really fascinating because it is able to cross the blood-brain barrier. So there's a lot of medications and things that we use in the body, you know, Western medicine, things like that, treatments that we use. And sometimes they're not effective for certain inflammation in the head or inflammation in the brain or that focus, you know, there's side effects or these kind of things. But frankincense is able to cross the blood-brain barrier. And so it can really get into stimulate different parts of the brain, help the brain, you know, activate and shoot off, you know, those focus, you know, neurons. I don't want to like go off topic completely into neuroscience, but frankincense is really great for that. So that's one way why when you put Intune on the back of the neck, you know, it can kind of absorb into the bloodstream and across the blood-brain barrier and affect focus and brain function. And frankincense similarly can be used that way as well. Lots of research on frankincense. You can kind of look up on different, you know, PubMed or different sites where there's peer-reviewed research on frankincense.
Okay, so if you're worried and, you know, just letting things kind of get you stressed out over the holidays and, you know, just in general, cedarwood is one that when I smell this too, it takes me kind of back. I think with scent, it definitely evokes emotions for people because it takes you to a certain place. And this one just makes me think of like a cedar chest, like my mom's cedar chest and, you know, being a kid and going in that. But so it's super great. We have two different, cedarwood and we have Hawaiian cedarwood. They're both just really, really super relaxing for the mind and the body. So diffuse it after a stressful day. I mean, if you're in an office environment too, or even around the house, wherever, diffusing can just take you to such a better place. You know, and again, like we said, I mean, so it's not just me putting it on, but I'm affecting the moods of everybody that comes through my space. Another one that's super great is Serenity. So Serenity is going to have a base of lavender with it. It's also going to have vanilla and ylang, I believe. Chamomile.
And chamomile. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, marjoram. So this one is just, it's just a little bit different from the lavender because it has all these other ones in it too. So this is one that I like for just peace and relaxation and again, for sleep. So this is something I might sub out for my sleep blend. Cedarwood you could use in a sleep blend as well to kind of just relax you. So you're letting your body rest.
Do you have a visitor, Linnell?
I don't know.
Oh, I just heard a little voice. Oh, I thought it was your house.
It's in your mind.
One of our guests. Maybe it was in my mind. At least the high oils.
So, you know, we talked about, you know, the holiday stress, but also it's our wellness. You know, again, when we're so busy, we don't take care of ourselves, or as we go to all these holiday open houses and parties and all these invites that, you know, keep coming out of the woodwork. You know, sometimes there's the overeating. And so there's, you know, definitely thinking about, you know, what are we putting in our bodies? So one that is great for kind of appetite suppressant and sugar cravings, metabolism support is Slim and Sassy. This is the one we just laugh for. Like the name really is not our favorite, but I really like the impact of it and the way it feels. I love it. My water, I'll just start that off in the beginning of the day. And it has, you know, like peppermint and it has cinnamon. Does it have cinnamon? Yeah, cinnamon and grapefruit. It's funny because I think over time, whether my taste buds are changing or I'm tasting it differently. I used to taste more cinnamon. Now I smell the mint. So I love this even in my smoothie in the morning, just to put that in there to start off the day. So it's a great one. And another one go ahead.
No, well, I was just going to say what it does is, you know, if somebody is feeling like they need to, you know, rev up their metabolism, things are not burning, you know, the way they should and generating energy the way you should, that will help. And if your metabolism runs really high, it can bring it down to balance too. So what it does is balance wherever your individual body is. Slim and Sassy will bring you into balance, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm. It is. Lemon is one that is just great for cleansing the lymphatic system, soothing heartburn. This is another one I love just to use in my water. It's great for cooking. It's great for cleaning. It's great for taking sticky stuff off of a surface too. I mean, it's just amazing how many different things you can use lemon for. So this is one that's going to come from the cold press coming right out of the rind. great for salad dressings, drinks, all kinds of things. Okay. So, you might have some nervous feelings too. So, something I don't actually have the Clary Sage in front of me. I have Clary Calm, which Clary Sage is one of the oils in there. But something like this it would be helpful just to put even a few drops in your pillow at night for restful sleep. I have a Sweet Dreams spray that I use in our house that has a lavender, a wild orange. My kids love that. I mean, they let me know if their sweet dreams are getting low. And so it's kind of part of the bedtime ritual that goes on their pillow. And then we get the oils in their diffuser to help them to sleep. And and it's more to calm. I mean, my kids don't have a problem getting, like, once they're asleep, and it's just kind of getting their body to relax. Bergamot is one this is a citrus fruit here. So this is one that's, again, it's very calming. I think about high stress level times, and it would be great to diffuse at work, or whether it's even at home. Something's really stressing you out and really need to go to a better place. So this is one that I would recommend that I'm using this.
And I think the difference between, something like a bergamot and like a lavender is that you get the ease, I guess, of the bergamot, like creating that beautiful aroma and just that great smell and like calming your nervous system. But you would get also you stay up, if like you're trying to work or trying to do things and you need to sort of keep high functioning. Citrus oils are really great for keeping you at a high functioning, but like soothing your nervous system. Whereas opposed to like a lavender, it's going to make you maybe want to take a nap.
So what is bergamot really like? I can't even picture what that might smell like in my head. Like, I know what lavender smells like, but something like bergamot, I'm like,
bergamot, I feel like, to me, it's a citrus. There is citrus. It's like, I feel like it's like a cross between orange and lemon. I don't know, Linnell, what do you think?
Yeah, and it's also, I can't remember, I'm trying to remember if it's Earl Grey or if it's Lady Grey, that there's a certain scent, I think it's Lady Grey, that has bergamot in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you smell it, then I think it would take you, if you've drank Lady Grey tea. It's kind of just a lighter kind of fragrance.
It's like a lovely.
It's not as intense as like a orange or a lime or a lemon.
Yeah.
So it's a softer aroma of citrus.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's great with blending with other oils too, because it gives it that like citrusy note with that super intense lemon kind of deal.
Because that's what I need, the be relaxed but keep functioning.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, lavender would not be good for the workplace.
I've tried lavender before in different types, and not necessarily doTERRA, but different types of lavender in general. It does nothing for me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you though, the only one of doTERRA I've ever really tried is frankincense, and oh my goodness, love frankincense.
Yeah,
it's good.
And it loves you back.
All right. So if you're feeling kind of sad or discouraged, a couple ones that we might mention are sandalwood. And this one, I misspoke earlier. I told you cedarwood and Hawaiian cedarwood.
I was gonna text you later.
You didn't catch me on that one.
I did.
So this one is going to be great. Just to take you, put it again on the neck for the bedtime. You could use it in your feet. Use it kind of during meditation, just to take you to a place of kind of wrapping you up with aroma and taking you to a happier place.
Yeah, it's a warm smell.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you wish you had a scratch and sniff. So you smell.
Mm-hmm.
Elevation is one that I have it kind of in a rollerball, and I often say it's my pick-me-up blend. It's a joyful blend. It is, there's so many different things in this one. There's lavandin, which I can't really tell you what that is. Lavender, Hawaiian sandalwood, tangerine, ylang ylang, melissa. So it is in lemon myrtle. It's kind of a sweeter kind of citrus is what I would say, because I think you get the sweet notes from the ylang ylang flower, and then you have the citrus notes of some of the other ones. So just kind of take you to a better place.
I have a quick testimonial about Elevation Blend. If anyone is dealing with young ladies in their home, preteens, like I am. Well, now she's a teenager. So this was about a year ago, my daughter, and just really struggling. And I think this time of year, just as much as adults are kind of stressed out or can get stressed out if you have children, it's really overwhelming for them as well. And so, you know, this was a year ago or so, and my oldest daughter was just kind of going through a thing and stomping around the house and like in a frenzy, like we didn't even know why. And I literally like put the elevation in my hand, rubbed it together, like she like rubbed it on her, and she was like, "Get off me!" And I kind of sent her to her room nicely. And I kid you not, within like 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, she came back downstairs, sort of like bounding down the stairs, and was like singing a song like from her iPod or something like that. And my jaw dropped. And of course, these little mini testimonials that always come up, it's amazing to me because I'm like, okay, did anyone else just see that? Because it was a complete 180 to the point where then she would seek it out. I said, look, you're old enough and you know how you feel when you use the essential oils, and you're old enough to go seek out the oils that you want to use and use them, please.
Yeah.
That's my testimonial. You're dealing with that angst.
I'm getting laughed at by my family as they walk in and see me in a hat. I'm on a webinar, honey.
He's on TV. Hi.
Tell him we say hi.
Oh, there's another
This
one.
is making it real.
Keeping it real.
This is
My daughter just
the
walked in.
work-life balance is trying to fit it all
Everybody
in.
fights this.
I don't have a wall between my desk and the rest. So when you're tired and unmotivated and need to kind of have that pick-me-up, a combination that I love is peppermint and wild orange together. So peppermint has a lot of ways that you can use it in addition to being, taking care of tired and unmotivated. It's great for nausea. It's great for hot flashes. Great for muscle pain. This is one that I tell people when we're meeting. It's like, just putting that little dot in your hand.
Sorry.
Just kind of breathing that in. And take it up on your neck. It's going to be so good for that. You leaving my screen?
No, I'm good.
Is that my timer to tell me to keep moving?
No. I mean, yes, but no.
Wild orange. This is the one that's going to be like a pick-me-up. So, Anjanette, when you were talking about what do you need in the afternoon, like this peppermint wild orange, be a great one.
Put them together?
Yeah, I like to blend them together. So
Because I know those are the ones you also sent me in the samples.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are the two I sent you because they're two of my favorites. So if you have them, go ahead and pull them out. It's really great. This one's great in water too. So diffuse these, use them aromatically right on your hands and up around your face too. We were laughing when we were at the convention in September. Like you could just smell wild orange all throughout the convention because everybody was kind of using that as their go-to.
Yeah, this is that. If you're an office worker, it's like that famous 3 o'clock. The office clears out because everybody goes to Starbucks to get lattes and cookies. If you want to not do that, peppermint and wild orange will, if you give yourself 2 seconds, maybe drink.
Wait, what? There's an option?
Drink a glass of water and then give yourself a wild orange peppermint dose. You won't. You can correct us if I'm wrong, but it takes away that urge because you get uplifted, you get re-energized, and you're like, oh, I guess I don't really want that anymore. That's been my experience.
Yeah. One other one kind of in this category is Citrus Bliss. So this is going to be a combination of so many of your citrus ones from wild orange to tangerine to mandarin, you name it. It's kind of clementine, the vanilla notes. They're all kind of in here. So it's just a medley. And I think it's kind of like a creamsicle in a bottle. Just kind of that a little bit sweeter citrus note. So, but yeah, you could even wear it as an uplifting everyday perfume if you wanted to. A lot of these you can as well.
Sorry.
Okay, but go ahead.
I am going to take over the reins here for a little bit and talk about some of our different kits and some of the oils in there. Oh, you have that open? Do you have that open? This is the new aromatherapy, emotional aromatherapy kit.
Sienna's here.
Oh, we're both like, look, I have my box. I have the oils right here, and I'll go through them pretty quickly, read you what's in them. One of my favorite things, I am showing you the box, and the reason I'm showing you the box is because of this chart. So this is what the emotional aromatherapy kit comes with. And so it comes with this chart right in it. And why it's awesome is because in my experience working with, I mean, just for myself sometimes, my children and my clients, we don't know what we need. We know sort of maybe how we're feeling, but if you're really struggling with some emotional upheaval and you might not be able to identify what you're feeling, there in this circle in the center are just some words like discouraged, gloomy, distressed, bored, bitter, angry, sad, hurt, and you can just sort of read through the words and say, ooh, that one, that's the word. And then literally just bring your finger over to on the wheel, and it will just kind of point you to the oil blend that can help support you. And so I know we are kind of joking. We have our hats on. I do have cheer here. This is one of the emotional aromatherapy oils. I mean, because like Linnell went through the oils and talked about emotions. And sometimes, blending is also a very fine art. So what doTERRA did was listen to us as the wellness advocates saying, our people want to help. They want help with emotions. They want help with emotional well-being, with grief, with hurt, with anger, with, with discontent, with these things. And, blending them can be a really kind of a fine art. So they took our feedback over, I'm sure a couple of years of hearing that and made this kit. So this is cheer. This is one of the blends. It has citrus. It's similar to, I'll just read it to you. Citrus, orange, clove, star anise, lemon myrtle, vanilla, and a few other oils. So it's sort of this bright but spicy aroma. It's great. And as we're moving into this holiday season, the new year, these kind of seasons, we're surrounded by cheer, cheer, cheer. And sometimes what I think is good to recognize is that this time of year can also bring up a lot of the other emotions. Something Linnell had asked me, and I'll share what came up for me when Linnell asked that question about what emotions you're feeling as the season comes about is, I actually feel lonely sometimes. I don't have a really big family, and the family that I do have is in upstate New York. We're down here outside Washington, D.C. It's far. My husband owns a retail business, so we don't travel a lot during the holidays. And so sometimes I end up feeling lonely. And so even though I'm surrounded by amazing friends and, neighbors and community and things like that, it's just this like deeper sense. So something like console would be something that I might reach for. And is that right? See, let me check the wheel. Oh, lonely, it's not on there. But yeah, I'm going to go for it. So this has frankincense. This has patchouli, one of my favorites, ylang ylang. And what else? Amyris, sandalwood, rose. And so you cannot buy rose essential oil from doTERRA because it's so precious and it's just not a sustainable essential oil to have available to the market that doTERRA has, which is pretty large. And so it's a special oil. They do produce it and have it as an incentive sometimes throughout like once a year, but you can't just buy it. So this is a really beautiful way to get rose. And you just, when you're feeling sad or lonely, and you want to feel consoled, you can breathe that in. And it does have a really high note of rose. And then I grabbed a couple other ones that might be helpful during this time of year. Peace, of course. Peace is, this has vetiver. So this is another great one. Linnell talked about vetiver. So this is the first one listed. Vetiver, lavender, again, ylang ylang, frankincense, marjoram, spearmint. So there's a little bit of spicy aroma, that grounding stuff aroma as well, and it just promotes that overall sense of peace. And then a family favorite for this time of year as well, when we're gathered around, is forgive. And this reminds me, this has arbor vitae in it, which we could talk all night about oils, but I won't keep us too long. So Arbor Vitae is an amazing oil from the cedar tree of the Pacific Northwest. It has also spruce and juniper, bergamot. It's a really neat smelling oil. And that can promote feelings of forgiveness. So I just wanted to kind of touch on that because it's like, sometimes it's not all, Santa hats and mistletoe and things like that. And those are really amazing oils to use. Okay. So we talked a little bit earlier about using essential oils internally. This is by and large one of the greatest ways to get the oils internally from doTERRA. And this is the Lifelong Vitality Pack. What this is sort of this system of supplements with really well-researched and developed nutrients that are absorbable and accessible to the body. One of the main things with supplements that gets us into trouble is that there's too much at once in like a one-a-day kind of deal sometimes. Too much burden on the system. And so you're getting too much and it's not in the right proportion in these things. And that, then it can end up being like a waste of money because your body just excretes it. So what's awesome about Lifelong Vitality is its ability to be absorbed. You take them multiple times throughout the day. And you get internal doses of frankincense, of fennel, of like digestin. It helps the belly be able to absorb the nutrients from the supplements. And you're also getting anti-inflammatory and really amazing essential oils along with your essential omega-3s and the cellular vitality complex, which is like a superfood complex, and then the micronutrient complex, which is a whole food complex, a whole food multi kind of deal. And so their claim to fame is increased energy, decreased brain fog, and decreased sort of pain and inflammation in joints. Those are sort of the claim to fame. And if you try them for 30 days and you're like, you know what, they're lame, they have a money back guarantee because they really stand behind it. And because people have so much success with these, we could talk lots and lots about LLV, we call it. And so if you have questions, come back to whoever invited you to the webinar and we'll really go through your needs and how Lifelong Vitality can support you. Really quickly.
One other quick one when we talk about energy that was not on here is Mitomax. This is one I really like too. I think that this is a natural way for, to get rid of some of the caffeine and to go to something that's going to be natural.
Yeah.
It has green
What's the name of it?
It's called Mito2 Max.
Mito2Max. Yeah, so it's good for energy, stamina.
And that's the thing, like if you're traveling, it's like you get on road trips or you're flying home or flying to visit family or you're traveling or working long nights to kind of prepare for vacation or something like that. What we tend to do is rely on sugar and caffeine. That's just kind of what we do. And Mito2 Max combined with the Lifelong Vitality, combined with all your oils, you'll be like, Zwah! Like I don't need any of that stuff. So really quickly, here's this chart. You can look at it. It gives you a really quick glance at the foundations of boosting your mood naturally. I'm not going to read the entire list to you. You can look at it quickly while I look at this stair steppers, right? The core foundation is eating well. And we talked a little bit about how you can continue to do that during the holidays. I mean, have the cookie, right? But like, don't use all of that stuff to get through the emotional stuff or to get through the fatigue or to get through the stress. Have the Christmas cookie, but know that you're just having it because it's the cookie and not because you're using it for all that other stuff. So eating right, getting lots of good nutrition in, exercise, get outside, get some fresh air, rest and manage your stress, reduce your toxic load. And then the sort of the upper echelons of this as informed self-care and proactive medical care, which is a little bit of what we're trying to help people get up above those stair steps. I'm going to skip over this, Linnell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a little video. I'll just go quick back to it. It's a video about doTERRA, just to kind of recap of what we talked about. doTERRA has an awesome channel on YouTube. So if you want to go to YouTube and find that video, you can see it. So how in the world do you get your hands on these amazing oils? If you were lucky enough to get some samples beforehand, or we heard from one of our guests that they've used, frankincense before, then you've already experienced the oils. And you can also open a wholesale account one of two ways. One is pay a $35 enrollment fee and pick and choose the oils that you think you need, or the supplements that you want to get, a diffuser. You just kind of a la carte pick and choose, and it's a $35 enrollment fee, really sort of a low barrier to entry into a wholesale account. And then there's no expectation on you. There's no minimum thing you have to do. We're not going to be like forcing you to do anything. There's no expectation at all. It's just like having another wholesale account with Costco or something like that. It's just for your benefit. You save about 25% below retail. The most cost beneficial way to join doTERRA is to do an enrollment kit for one of two reasons. One is the enrollment fee is wrapped into the kit price. And the other way is that one thing I love about doTERRA is that the leadership of the company is about 8 people, and they are like sleeves rolled up, dug in the community, listening to the customers, listening to the consumers, listening to their wellness educators, the ones who were teaching and out here teaching classes and things like that. And they've put the oils in these kits for our benefit to really give us the most value in terms of use and having things that are at our access, that are beneficial to us, knowing that we kind of need like a full spectrum of choices in our homes. So let me talk about a few of these. I'm not going to go through them one by one. We're going to talk just quickly through the kits. Again, if you have really specific questions, go back to who invited you to this webinar and say, oh my God, I need the diamond kit. Those are awesome. I want everything. And go back to and chat more about the kits. So the diamond kit is every single product that doTERRA has, as I think you get the gist that it's a whole wellness company. So we talked mostly about the essential oils. That's where they're rooted. That's where they started. And again, listening to the feedback from the community, they have expanded into products like skincare, hair care. These are the supplements. And then there's some sort of nutritional supplements, which as a health coach, I like turn it over. I look at the ingredients. The Terra Greens and the Trim Shake are pretty, straight up clean ingredients in terms of a powdered, if you're looking for a way to get more greens in on the go kind of deal, or a protein shake, that kind of thing. These are great and clean ingredients. And then we've got kids supplements. We've got a women's health line with support for, through menopause and these kind of things. And so this is like the whole shebang. And you can see the amounts that are listed there, the savings. The one thing that's awesome about this kit, it's like you save like $800 up front. And then if you put in an LRP for next month and say, you know what, I need more, I know I'm going to need more laundry soap. I know I'm going to need more Lifelong Vitality. So you set up your, toothpaste and all your household stuff. And you set up your LRP, and then you earn 400 points back as well. So really tons of savings up front, and people get really excited about saving that much dough. The Every Oil Kit, just like it sounds, one thing that's awesome is that it does now come with the emotional aromatherapy kit as well. So it's every single oil that doTERRA makes, plus a diffuser, and plus the emotional aromatherapy kit. Speaking from experience, I'll tell you the truth. I did not enroll in doTERRA with the Every Oil Kit. I was something less than this. I really, really wish I had, because it took me a really long time to get all that stuff, and I would have saved tons of money if I had just done it the first time. Yeah, me too. High fives. So the Natural Solutions Kit, this is a great kit if you're like, you know what? So the Every Oil Kit, I've had people who order that kit when they're like, you know what, I want to be prepared for anything that comes up, and I can just find the research and use the oils, and they have everything at their fingertips. The Natural Solutions Kit is a great kit for someone's, you're like, you know what, I'm going to get rid of whatever under my bathroom cupboard, whatever in my bathroom cabinet. And I haven't been feeling great, and I've tried all these other things, and I'm ready just to kind of delve into this system, right, of health and wellness. And because you get, again, the Lifelong Vitality, a diffuser, and about 24 oils and blends. And this kind of gives you a sampling of all the products that doTERRA has. So like one from sort of each category, and it's a great way to just kind of clear out your kitchen cabinet and your bathroom cabinet and start with Natural Solutions. This is really what I believe is sort of the bare minimum, right? So if you want to use essential oils and you're like, this is so awesome, I want to learn how to use all these oils, I'm going to totally be texting Linnell like 52 times a day and asking her what to do. These are awesome. There's 10 oils. And the best part about this kit is that you get the diffuser. So as soon as the box comes and you get excited and you can smell it a mile away, you come in, you can open them up and start using the oils right away as well in your diffuser before you really dive into the education about how you can use them on your body, where, what. You can just start diffusing them right away while you read some literature about how to use them further. We talked about the emotional aromatherapy kit. This is an enrollment kit now as well. And so we have some specials going on right now. Personal incentives to sort of sweeten the pot for you a little tiny bit. When you enroll with the Natural Solutions Kit by November 5th, which is 2 days. I don't even know what day it is. You will get a bottle of Balance Blend and the Essential Life book, which is a great book, about 400 pages with all sorts of beautiful imagery and great photos and recipes. Linnell's flipping through it right there. It's a great sort of coffee table book.
Actually, it's kind of like my essential oil Bible now. So,
Yeah.
I mean, people ask, well, what do I do for, neuropathy, or what do I do for, beginnings of maybe dementia or Alzheimer's, or what do I do for a bee sting?
Yeah.
I don't know all those things, but this is an awesome resource because I can look up the ailments and I can say, here are the 5 that they suggest. And oh, by the way, I have 2 of those 5. So that's where I'll start with that. And I'll try to hit that with it. So, and it just goes through every oil and tells you kind of what you would use it for. For instance, this month Cassia is a special 10% off, and I've been wanting it because it's kind of a sweeter cinnamon flavor. It's like when you see the cinnamon sticks, that's what Cassia is. I had no idea all the other benefits that they can come out of Cassia too. So, I mean, it's great. I love it.
And that's the thing is, like, we're so committed to making sure that you have the resources that you need, that we want to gift this book to you when you enroll with the Natural Solutions Kit in a couple of days. And with the Home Essentials Kit, the bottle of Balance, again, by the 5th. doTERRA Corporation, the company, is doing their annual frankincense special. So this is an awesome way to get some frankincense. So any 200 PV order, which the 2 kits that we talked about with the specials, pretty much every kit we talked about except the emotional aromatherapy kit would qualify for this special. You get a free frankincense.
Throw in a toothpaste and you're there.
Yeah. So that's awesome. And frankincense retails about $93. So that's an awesome gift during December.
So what does PV really mean
Ta-da!
again?
So PV is, it's sort of the generic dollar. It's the doTERRA dollar.
Okay.
The reason they do that is because it's, we're an international company. And so just to kind of like level the field in terms of what we're talking about, in terms of what things equal. The oils are typically point for dollar. Things like diffusers and accessories and other, maybe the supplements, things like that are a little bit skewed, not too far off. But yeah, it's sort of the doTERRA dollar.
Equivalent of approximately $200 merchandise.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And is that whether you would do the wholesale thing or the other thing? Or is it
You
only
know,
the
either way, she talked about as a wholesale account, so you can either do the a la carte and get there with 200, or you can do a kit, whichever
Okay.
makes the best sense for you.
Yeah.
Got it.
So for instance, if you did the Natural Solutions kit, you would get, or the Home Essentials kit, you would get 2 bottles of frankincense because they both come with frankincense, and then you would get another
It's
frankincense.
great savings.
People wait all year for this. They're like, frankincense. Linnell, did you want to open it up to questions?
Yeah, we can open
we
it up
have a couple
for
of,
a few
like,
questions
1
here. I know we're right at about an hour now, but
Okay.
you know, you guys have been so great and hanging out and listening to us talk for the last hour with our silly hats on. But you know, we would like to open it up if there's something, and I guess I challenge you. You know, when you wrote down those 3 feelings of kind of where you are with the holidays, did we hit it? Is there something else that you would like us to answer for you, so that we can share? So if you have a question, go ahead and take yourself off of unmute so that we can hear you, and go ahead.
I have a random question. Do you ever have people that are allergic to these smells?
No, you know, and a lot of times the sensitivity to scent is, I mean, if you think about like Bath and Body Works going into there, or you think about like candles, there's some sort of chemical filler, if you will. There's something that they're trying to, you know, simulate in there, versus these are the pure scents. We haven't had, I mean, that being said, I have a friend that she bought a product, and then her husband's like, well, I'm allergic to patchouli. You didn't know that? So, I mean, there are people that have allergies, but in general, no. And they do testing on that too. doTERRA does. We saw a lot of stuff on convention where they kind of went through sensitivities with people to see kind of if things were bubbling up for sensitivities.
Just funny, because after I put the stuff on, all of a sudden my eyes started to water, and then I was like sniffling a little, but
Did you
It's
put
the
it too
ti-
close to your eyes?
maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, the
Was it
peppermint,
peppermint?
and I should have told you that too. So if you have a headache, hit like here on your pulse points, go up here, but really stay clear of this eye area, because
Okay.
as we said, I mean, it's very intense. You know, 1 drop equals about 28 cups of tea. So it's intense.
Okay.
So sorry. Don't do that again.
I think I probably just did this, and it was
Yeah.
just too close up.
It's a lot. It
Yeah.
also, I mean, if you had any residual congestion, it's moving that
You might
around.
have opened it up. Yeah,
Mhm. Totally.
that's very possible.
Totally.
It is allergy season.
Yep.
Any other
Okay.
questions?
If there's no other questions, I think we'll let, you know, we want to respect everyone's time and give it a wrap. I'm kind of frozen here on this screen. Can't move to the end.
Oops.
So do you want to give your closing contact info, Linnell?
Right. So, you know, if either, you know, depending on which one of us reached out to you and told you about the webinar, feel free to reach out to us afterwards, and we'll circle back with you too, just to see, you know, if you had questions. You know, sometimes things don't come up right away when you're on the webinar, but you know, when you're laying down tonight or you're taking a shower in the morning, you know, some things will come up. So feel free to reach out to me. I'm at Linnell shadows.com, or what am I? Linnell.shadows.
How to find you.
Linnell.shadows@gmail.com.
And so, you know, you can definitely email me there. You can you know, we can text, we can call, we can do messenger, you know, whatever works to kind of talk that through with you and make sure that we understand, you know, where your needs are, and excuse me, how we can support you. There we are. There's the top of our head.
It's like, what's happening?
We're
Okay,
supersized.
That's what you guys look like without hats. No.
this is our cue to close off because I can't manage the slides anymore.
And there's my pretty
There's
neck.
Linnell's necklace and her contact information. This was awesome. And I hope that we were able to convey some, you know, great ways to take care of yourself this season. Keep it light, keep it healthy, reach out if you need support, and we will see you soon.
Sounds good.
Happy holidays.
Take care.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.